Welcome to Riverbend Talent on WBGZ, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
So they switched the mics around. I read the note right as I was coming on. Look at that.
All right, let's see what the note says here.
Mic 2 is mic 1.
Mic 1 is now mic 2 and vice versa.
And this is Riverbend Talent, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company and Mr. Matt Van Boers, who I happened to talk to this past week. Mr. Matt Van Boers of Macias Insurance.
Yeah.
Can you believe he actually thinks you're funny?
Look, I think he drinks sometimes. No, I
think maybe he meant something else by funny. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's also a derogatory term. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy? I hope I say something that makes you chuckle tonight. I don't know what it's going to be, but all right. But
he gave me a little inside scoop I can't talk about.
Oh, well, now it's a cliffhanger for me.
Yeah, I'm going to leave you hanging on purpose.
Yeah, man. All right. Is it that my insurance is being canceled? I hope not, man. I don't need that kind of action. So, well, thanks to Matt Van Boers, and thanks to Halpin Music Company for supporting this show, keeping us on the air for all this long time. Yeah.
And thanks to you for stopping in and telling those folks you appreciate the show, because that's definitely been happening.
Yeah, they must be hearing something good. I don't know what it is, but they must be hearing something good.
Our guests. I mean, obviously it's not us.
Well, that goes without saying.
And tonight our guest is...
We got a brand new band. Bounce House is the name of the band. I say brand new to the show for sure.
No, I showed up and thought there was a bounce house here.
It's a little
I expected to see Nick Dar out there jumping up and down in it when I got here.
Covered in baby oil. Gee, sliding around the place. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. No,
he was holding hands with Matt Van Boers.
But Bounce House is a band. They've played Illinois once before. Played Alton once before at the Mineral Springs Mall. They're going to be back at the Mineral Springs Mall July 24th for the Happy Trails. That's the Friday. Happy Trails 2 days this year.
2 days.
Friday and Saturday, January 24th, 25th. So we're going to talk about a little bit about the Happy Trails Festival coming up. And we'll find out about Bounce House.
Bounce House.
Bounce. Nice. But yeah, they you know what, they were nice people. And we actually
very nice people.
We weren't
very talented people.
We weren't completely expecting them, because I had emailed them, and somehow when they emailed back and said they wanted to do it, it went into my spam.
So you trying for like not nice guests that are not talented?
That's what I'm shooting. That's why I called Soup Grande. Granda. Sorry, I said his name wrong. That's why I called Soup Granda. No, Soup.
Like you're going to start pronouncing names right all of a sudden.
That's Steve Scorfinia. No, I don't know. Yeah, anyway. So what do we got going on tonight around the Riverbend area, other than the fact that we're going to be talking to Bounce House about their appearance at Happy Trails?
I wrote this down, Segura Michael, but I keep thinking it's got to be Michael Segura, 8 p.m. at the Backroom.
I'm going to go ahead and mentally put a comma after Segura.
Yeah.
As if that's the last name, first.
I just realized that.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, either Segura Michael or Michael Segura, one of the two.
It's happening at the Backroom of Bottle and Barrel, so it's going to be a good time.
There you go.
And I believe that's Jimmy G stepping it up already.
That is, man. Justin Level has stepped aside from that. Justin's so busy and got so many things going on. He kind of passed it on to Jimmy G, which I'm happy to hear it. Jimmy G's a good guy.
Yeah.
All right. So what? In addition to Michael Segura at the Backroom of the Bottle and Barrel 8 p.m. tonight, we got DJ Denice, Dwayne Williams 9 p.m. at Bossa Nova Martini Bar.
Mm-hmm. The Sea Shanty sing along, of course, going down at Morrison's Irish Pub. The open mic at the Raging Cajun with Jamie Dunn and Devon McClendon, and then the open mic at Germania Brew House.
We've also got Cross the Line, 7 p.m. The open mic night at Brewhouse. I believe that's still going on.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Cross the Line, 7 p.m. at Fast Eddie's Bon Air in Alton, Illinois. The Cops are going to be at Doits Village Inn, so don't go down there unless you want to get arrested. We've been telling that joke since this band showed up. All right. The Cops, which is a police tribute band, 7 p.m. Doits Village Inn.
It's legal now.
Yeah, I'm not even worried anymore.
I don't think you realize it.
It's hard to change gears sometimes. It's hard to,
I know. Anyways.
You've been living your life a whole way.
I know.
Everything just changed. Anyway, I'm happy. So here we go.
Like you weren't before.
I've been happy most of the time.
Yeah.
Dubtronics at the Stagger Inn again in Edwardsville, Illinois, which I'm just assuming is some sort of dubstep electronic sort of thing going down.
You shouldn't assume, man. That makes an you-know-what of you and me.
You're right. It's probably a bluegrass band. I'm sorry. Dubtronics at the Stagger Inn again in Edwardsville, Illinois.
Mo Pleasure. 6 p.m. at the LakeHouse at Buffalo Park tonight in Maryville, and Adam Gaffney up there in Jerseyville at Georgia's local brew. A stop of Mr. Matt Van Voorhis. He likes to go there for lunch.
Yeah, well, I like to go there for dirty martinis. Not really, but I heard from my buddy Jared Capps, who lives up there, they got the best dirty martini, only proper dirty martini in Jerseyville. So.
Well, I had a surprise guest scheduled for tonight, but unfortunately she got sick this morning. She wanted to be here, though.
Yeah, you had called me yesterday and said that Jody Hopper was going to come hang out with us tonight.
She is going to come down and hang out with us soon, though. So.
Well, I got to hang out with her at the Friday night of Bush Fest. Me and her sat together, and it was a joy. I hadn't talked to her that long. It's like since the store's been closed, you don't just get hours and hours with her.
I know.
To sit and shoot the bull, so to speak.
So you want to move on to Friday real quick?
Certainly.
Let's do that. Morrison's didn't have anyone listed for Friday, but they did update their website, so I'm assuming maybe they're just going to take the night off Friday,
all right.
which is odd because, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays normally happen down at Morrison's.
They usually have, the Blarney Man or someone down there doing some Irish.
It could be a surprise guest. I mean,
There you go.
A sea shanty might break out.
Yeah, I guarantee some sea shanties are going to break it. If there's not a band there, once the Irish whiskey starts flowing, DJ Karaoke Circus, 9 p.m. at the Third Shoot in Alton. We got to get Tommy's interview played. We've got an interview with Tommy. We got to get that sucker on here. Coming up real quick,
I think
Tommy.
everything he talked about, it's over now in the interview.
Yeah, the end of the year got crazy with people trying to get stuff on.
We mentioned that DJ Karaoke, and we haven't filled in the rest of the story there. So Tommy's saying when he books Third Shoot, what he does is he waits and puts an act, maybe once a month that he can really promote.
Yeah.
And then the other nights they lay back on the money a little and do a little DJ karaoke so they can afford to pay a better band. So that's the approach there.
Nice.
From what I got. Isn't that what you got?
That's what if I was picking up what he was laying down, that's what I walked away with. So
and then there's the giant boat, but we'll say that for the interview, right?
Right, I forgot about that. Justin Ra, 8 p.m. at the Backroom of Bottle and Barrel on Friday evening. That's tomorrow night.
That's a Jimmy G.
Yep. We got All Mixed Up, 8 p.m. on Friday night at Fast Eddie's.
Bossa Nova, I didn't list anything yet. They usually have something on Friday night. Matt Tall was just down there last week, I think it was.
There you go.
So Matt Tall showing up down at Bossa Nova now.
Well, now that Bigelow's Bistro shut down, that was his normal Friday.
He's got a normal Wednesday since you brought it up.
Yeah,
I just seen where Wednesday nights at JJ Thermos, Matt Tall is going to be the steady Wednesday. It looked like that's what he was posting. So,
and got a little residency going on.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, speaking of that, you remember we were on the Spilly Nelson having their residency at Wigglers for so long? I believe they got a new one over at Pops, Blue Moon over in St. Louis. So good for them guys.
Yeah. St. Louis, where's that?
I don't know. It's somewhere across the
I never make it over there because I can go to the Pump House in Wood River.
And
Check
see
out
all the
Broken
bands.
State
Yeah.
at 9:30.
See all the bands
night.
that are there. Yeah.
I was trying for a segue there.
Yeah. Nice.
You could go up to Edwardsville on any night and drop in the Stagger Inn, but on Friday they're going with the name with a band, right?
Robert Perry Band.
Right. At 5 to 8, and then Melvin Turnage Band.
There you go.
9 p.m. Sean Copeland Band. You got one of those?
No, those guys, they're no good.
No good.
That band's no good. We got Worth the Fight, which is a Jimmy G thing, I think, going on at the Back Bar in Edwardsville.
No, that's a Worth the Fight thing.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, Worth the Fight. I just making stuff
That's
up.
Marion, right?
That is Marion up there. I know. I'm just Worth the Fight, 9 p.m. at the Back Bar in
So there
Edwardsville.
were some vandals up at the Back Bar.
Oh no!
And they caught them on film.
Yeah.
And so they were passing around the footage of the vandals, and they caught them. So there's what's been happening at the Back Bar too.
That's breaking news. The Vandals will be playing at the Back Bar. No, wait.
I don't.
No.
No, the Vault though. They're playing Friday night, 6 p.m. at Big Daddy's. That's right in front of the Back Bar.
There you go. So you can check out both those. You can check out the Vault at 6 p.m. Walk to the next building back and check out Worth the Fight at 9.
Yeah.
It's the doubleheader.
Yeah.
All right, we got
And watch out for the cameras. They're there.
Watch out for the cameras. Oh, God, I've done horrible things outside that building.
That's why I brought that up.
Marion, can I say sorry now? I
didn't
know.
You know. Right across from the police station there, or the city hall, you know.
That's kind of why it's the most fun place to do it.
You think the cameras are over there. They're not over here, right?
All right, here we go. The Edwardsville Community Symphony, 7 p.m. at the Wildey Theater in Edwardsville.
Mm-hmm. Dustin Coleman doing George's Local Brew on Friday night up in Jerseyville, and then Unbroken at Patrick's in Granite City. That's the old Eddie's.
Yep. We got Deadmans Bridge, 9:30 p.m. at Doits Village Inn on Friday, which means they're probably going to have Deadmans Bridge at Doits Village Inn on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's usually a doubleheader.
All right, I'm pulling the mic down just a little bit for you. Now go ahead. Break into voice.
Oh, geez, which one am I supposed to do?
The next one.
Oh, here we go. This is Mr. T saying Mr. T and the House Shakers gonna be at the LakeHouse in Buffalo Park, 7 p.m. I pity the fool. Don't be in Maryville on Saturday or Friday. Sorry.
There you go, Mr. T in the House.
I'm sorry, Mr. T.
I knew as soon as you said. That's why I brought the level down.
I didn't look. See, I could also.
You were gonna get gruff on that.
I could also do some mic control and lean way back. This is Mr. T. I pity the fool. It's a little roomy sound.
I didn't trust that you'd catch it that fast.
I miss Mr. T, the A-team. I love it when a plan comes together.
Yes.
Anyway.
So that wraps up Friday so far.
Boom, there you go.
I'm sure I missed some stuff, but
yeah, it's all right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So
everybody kind of took that New Year's. Whoa, New Year's happened. Christmas is over. Oh, it's the first week of January, and we haven't updated things. And then this week, everything started getting updated. So.
Right now, it's been kind of crazy. Like just speaking weather-wise this year, but I hear we're in for a bunch of snow. Have you heard that?
Well, yeah, and then it's supposed to be 50 the next day. So I mean,
perfect.
Does it matter if we get snow?
No, not as long as this global warming keeps helping me enjoy my winter. I don't. It's not gonna be fun in the summer, but man, it's been a nice winter. So anyway,
you know, if you believe all that hype, I guess.
Oh, I'm a hype man. I have to believe in hype. I used to be a hype man for a lot of hip hop artists.
Makes you buy more groceries, that's for sure. So,
geez.
I guess we should move on to Saturday.
Okay, we're gonna do Saturday. Or I didn't know if we was doing the bounce house first.
Fly into Saturday, and then we're gonna bounce house out of here.
Let's not. All right.
What do you think?
I'm down, man.
Well, you know, we still got to kill quite a bit of time, so
we got to kill some time. we're here. We're just here killing. I like to think we're here decorating time.
Yeah,
that's not very nice decoration.
No, I thought that was a band. Sorry, man,
sorry.
I read that wrong.
There we go. So anyway, Saturday, January 11th. What's happening in the greater Riverbend region?
Well, Paul Cruda is going to be at Morrison's Irish Pub on Saturday. And, you know, Justin Level's been so busy. I tried to get him to tell us what's going on at the old bakery, but he hasn't got back to me.
Yeah.
They usually do something on Saturday nights, though. So I do want to mention that. But
I'm going to just say it's going to be NGK band. No, I don't know. I think they got them as
they're
regular.
They're steady, but no, I don't think this is third Thursday. They're going to be like the fourth one. I don't know, man. We'll see.
All right. Well, anyway, something's going to be happening down there, I imagine. So we do have Riverbend Comedy, 9:30 p.m. at 3rd Shoot in Alton. It doesn't say who the comedian is, but they're doing some comedians.
It's
good
Riverbend Comedy. Maybe that's a group.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? You might be right.
The Riverbend Talent's a show. Have you heard of it?
No.
Oh, you should check it out.
What kind of show?
Well, Matt Van Voorhis and Halpin Music sponsored it.
So it must be good. There you
it's
go.
just right there makes it worth it.
So anyway, Riverbend
The
Comedy.
two guys on there, though, man. Oh, God. Never mind. Fast Eddie's. What were you saying about Fast Eddie's?
I was saying Fast Eddie's Bon Air's got Naked Soul at 3 p.m. and All Mixed Up at 8 p.m. on Saturday night.
Right. There's Big George Rock Jr. right there at Shea, Maryland's with the NGK band, 8 p.m. Saturday night. I'll be there.
You know, we got to get Big George's been on with us a bunch. Man, he is a fun guy to have on. Living blues legend, basically. He knows everybody, connected to everybody. But we never have his band in, the NGK band. Those guys are awesome, too.
They played with Chuck Berry.
Yeah, we got to get, some of them did, yeah. We got to get the whole band in one of these times. You hear that, George? Quit hogging the spotlight, George.
Yep. Or we could just get Brad Hampton. He could come in and talk the blues with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's playing with a couple different groups now, I noticed, around town. So we'll have to get Brad in.
Yeah.
Of course, he's always busy over at the National Blues Museum on
Thursday nights,
But we'll figure out a way. All right, so let's move on to the Pump House. Acoustic Crush doing the patio, 5 to 8.
All right.
I forgot to write down who's doing the main thing at 9:30 at the Pump House.
Yeah.
That was an early morning. I missed that one.
Let's just let's make one up and say I know. Okay. Flipside's going to be at the Franchise at 8 p.m. in Wood River on Saturday evening.
Right. Those guys work it, man. I just seen their yearly schedule, and I don't think they had very many weekends off.
Here's another guy with very few weekends off.
Oh, yeah.
Graham Pagano, the Graham Band, 7 to 10 p.m. at George's local brew in Jerseyville.
And Hookie's got a new album coming out.
New album?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be a while, but here they come.
I was going to
with
say
another one.
they're working on recording.
Saying, you got to get psyched before they go in the studio. I mean, that's how you prepare. Remember those days?
Oh yeah.
You know, everyone's got it at their fingertips these days, Pigpen. But in the old days, we would know like a year in advance before our favorite band had their album coming out, and people would camp out at the stores. Remember that?
Right.
They'd camp out.
I even after they started giving line tickets for concert tickets, because you used to camp out for your concert tickets. You'd camp out all night so you could be the first one in line in the morning, make sure you get your tickets. Well, they didn't like that, so they started giving line tickets. You could go the day before and get your line ticket. I would still camp with my line ticket in my hand, and they did not like that. Apparently, they were trying to discourage people from just having a good time while you wait in line.
Right.
But, yeah, it was kind of part of the ritual. Kids are never going to know that now. So it was a fun thing back in the day.
Well, it looks like one of your favorite band names is playing at one of your favorite club names. So you want to take care of that one for me, Pigpen?
Oh, here we go. Thirst and Howl. I love that name. Thirst and Howl, 7 p.m. at the Tri-County Rod and Gun Club in Brighton, Illinois.
That's right.
There you go.
That's a good time right there.
That is going to be a hootin', howlin' good time right there.
Saturday night.
Someone might get shot. I don't know. I'm not going to be there.
No, I don't know about
I might actually be there. Thirst and
Someone
Howl.
might catch a fish. Come on.
Yeah, it's a rod and gun club, not just a gun club. Right. So, Synergy 3 to 7 p.m. I'm sorry, Synergy 3 to 7 p.m. at the Grafton Winery on Saturday evening.
Mr. Matt Tall doing the Hog Pit 6 p.m. So the Hog Pit trying to keep things going every now and again over the winter time.
Nice on the nice days, I imagine.
And so if they are doing something, remember they got hammered with that flood, folks.
Big time.
So yeah, stop in. Help those guys out.
Absolutely. Here we go. So and another one up in Edwardsville, not Mrs. King, but just the Scarecrow, 9 p.m. Scarecrows, 9 p.m. at the Back Bar in Edwardsville. I've not heard of the Scarecrows. This is the first time reading that name. So
you know, I seen some. We very seldom mention Wednesday nights because we're here on Thursday, and I seen where the Back Bar is doing like original music night on Wednesdays. I want to say, yeah,
nice, good. Yeah. Thanks, Marion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As she said, she'll give anyone a chance, man. That's cool.
She was so cool. Yeah, never knew her till the day she walked in here and just seemed like a instant friend.
Right. Stagger in again on Saturday night. Jimmy Strickland, 5 to 8, and then Jason David Cooper at 9 p.m. All right, the Stagger in Edwards. I'm going into my radio voice tonight. I haven't used it in a while. See if it still works.
Jason David Cooper, 9 p.m. at the Stagger in again. Oh, yeah, it's still here.
In case we're ever on radio, I'll be able to use it.
Right. If they ever put me on radio again, I want to be ready. Let me Blue Marlin, 8 p.m. at the LakeHouse in Buffalo Park, Maryville.
Dang. You can get some work with that voice, Pigpen. I mean, wow. I think you're holding back on us now, that's for sure.
One of my heroes is Morgan Freeman because he's the best narrator everywhere, of all time. Since I was a little boy, I always wanted to be a narrator. Sit in a room and drink hot tea, talking to a mic.
That's how I got into radio.
Yeah?
I bet you didn't know that. Do you remember my Uncle John?
I do remember your Uncle John.
He was blind, right?
I do remember that.
And so as a kid, when you sat around with Uncle John and watched television or movies, you'd have to explain to him what was going on.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I didn't realize it, but, over time, I kind of developed a bit of a skill of describing things. And then he taught me about tape recorders. So we'd actually record me, explaining things to him. Boy, I'd like to have some of those tapes.
Right.
He has since passed. I miss my Uncle John.
Yeah. Heck of a guy. He was not only your uncle and your friend, but your neighbor. Lived
a
right across the
big
street from
Z
you,
listener, too. He used to call into the Big Z all the time and tell people, hey, if you're going to call in on the radio, turn your radio down. I want to hear that feedback.
He understood the loop.
Yeah,
there you go. So,
anyways, we're back to Saturday. Yep. We talked about the Stagger in last. Now we're looking at Blue Marlin, 8 p.m. at the LakeHouse at Buffalo Park in Maryville.
Yep, and decades apart, 9:30 p.m. at Patrick's in Granite City.
Deadmans Bridge, as you mentioned. If you do a Friday night at Doits Village Inn, you do a Saturday night at Doits Village Inn. And then Hard Drive at Rooster's Pub in Staunton. I'm saving the last one for you. Those are your buddies.
Here we go, Swamp Goose, 6 to 9 p.m. at DeCamp Station in Staunton, Illinois. Just talking to Goose Miller yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Good guy.
Is he going to play Framley Fest?
They are going to be playing Framley Fest again.
Do you see I got that breaking news, folks?
Breaking news.
Pulled that right out of Pigpen. He wasn't going to give it up.
Yeah.
I put a little growl in my look at him, and you better give it up.
He's giving me the stink eye.
Hey, speaking of giving it up, I think we should give it up to Bounce House and
absolutely
head to them now and talk about the Happy Trails Music and Arts Gathering.
Yeah, and just about the band Bounce House in general.
Oh, yeah, those guys, too. So we'll take a break, check out some Bounce House here on Riverbend Talent, brought to you by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance and by the Halpin Music Company, where you can sign up for Kids Rock, right? Because it starts in January, right? But here's the big deal with Halpin's, okay? If you stuck around this long, I held out because I want our real listeners to be tuned in right now and listening to the good news Halpin's is offering, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Those other listeners are like, these guys again, they're out of here. So I'm telling our special people that are listening right now that we're looking at New Year's Eve savings at Halpin Music. We're talking 50%. All in-stock guitars and amps. They're liquidating and placing items on clearance because they got new stuff they got to get in. You know how the car dealers do? We're going to get some new guitars and new amplifiers. We're going to get the old stuff out of there. So
clear out last year's models to bring in the new stuff.
There you go, guys. Head on down there. Thank them for supporting Riverbend Talent and pick you up a new guitar and amplifier.
For 50% off.
50%. That is pretty amazing. It's almost like we're doing a commercial. And we're not.
No. We
should get into radio. What do you think?
Jeez, I don't have the voice for it. I wish I did, but I try so hard. So hard. I'm sorry. Let's go to commercials and come back with Bounce House. Thank you.
Thank you. You're listening to Riverbend Talent.
Riverbend Talent.
Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Back to the action
with Dennis Laird and Pigpen on 94.3 FM, The Big Z.
I'm Dennis.
And I'm Pigpen.
Yes, and you're listening to Riverbend Talent, as Lydia probably told you.
Well, this might be the second
It
segment.
might be the second segment. I don't know who told you that, but somebody probably told you
but
that.
Either way, it is brought to you by Halpin Music and Mr. Matt Van Voorhis.
That's what I was trying to get to. Thanks.
I knew that's what we were heading with it. So thanks to Halpin Music, thanks to Matt Van Voorhis for all the musical instruments, all the insurance, and sponsoring this show.
This is a pre-recorded interview.
This is a pre-recorded interview. We got a first timer in, right?
First time.
So we're gonna bust their Riverbend talent cherry, so to speak. I don't know. At least Justin's. So we got two members of the band Bounce House. Bounce House will be performing at the Happy Trails Festival coming up.
They're having bounce houses?
They are. So we get
inside
adult bounce houses. They're gonna cover them with like baby oil. So if it was my party, that's what I would do. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, you have encouraged Marshall to do some things. So
I'm going to encourage something, let me tell you. I encourage moderation, people, especially in your moderation. Be moderate in your life. All right, let's get back to this interview. Right. We have two members of Bounce House, as I was saying. We've got Justin Mills, the bass player. Hello, Justin.
How's it going?
And we have Corey Perkins, the synth and vocals.
Hello.
Synthesizer and vocals. And missing in action is Corey Perkins' brother, Cody Perkins, drummer
Got it right.
and vocalist,
Did it.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jonathan Olson, keys and guitar.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So you got a nice tight 4-piece band called Bounce House, right? And now you and Corey, you and Cody obviously known each other a long time.
Yep.
Since you're siblings, you know. And now you and Cody were in a band together.
We sure were.
Previous to this, called Mariner.
Mariner, yeah.
Yeah, Mariner.
Mariner, yeah.
It's more exotic that way.
Hello, I'm going to see Mariner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It makes it sound a lot more fancy.
It does sound good that way. And then when you and your brother started putting a band together, along with Mr. Olson, needed a bass player.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was totally available.
You weren't like, let me check my schedule. This is not going
No, I said that, but I was
Yeah.
totally available.
For sure.
So that was back 2018. You guys all formed as Bounce House.
Yeah. Yeah, we worked on our songs for a pretty good amount of time before we started recording them.
Yeah.
Started writing them nice and early.
Yeah. We we worked on them for probably about 8 months, I would say, and then we played our first show in April of 2018 at Jamapalooza.
Yeah.
In the city in St. Louis, at the livery company, and since then we've been just trying to keep the
momentum
steam
going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Pace,
We've gotten to play some pretty cool shows. We got to play at the City Museum for one of their Night Chaser events.
Nice.
It was like a sold out rave party.
Nice.
It was so fun. There were just people just to the nines and all their costumes and body paint and it was really fun.
I've been to a few of those parties at the City Museum where it's packed on every floor, and you don't know what you're looking at half the time. The crowd goes, it's a
great.
lot of fun.
It was so great. Yeah, we played in Beatnik Bob's, and we were kind of where you had to, we played right behind, kind of where you had to stand to get to the bar.
Oh, nice.
which we thought was going to be kind of, we might feel like we're in the way, but it was so awesome. Everybody that it was in line, had to look right at me, and I'm just bouncing up and down, doing my synth pop thing, and they're like, oh wow, no, this is cool. You could tell, it was neat.
Nothing like a captive audience.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. We did have a captive audience, but they also started to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you could see them starting to groove. There's
that was nice. Yeah.
My favorite thing about playing music is seeing people start kind of dancing and grooving to your music, and that they're not really paying attention, but if you see bodies grooving with you, it's just great.
Right.
It just lets you know you're doing it right.
Making somebody enjoy themselves more than they even consciously know.
Right. Yeah.
They're just talking. Yeah, that ain't nothing like
swaying.
Making somebody enjoy their night. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. A captive audience. I'm gonna look into that. I think that's the only way I can really get big. Is that why them guys who play prisons all the time?
So we're looking into that.
He started a prison band one time. Oh, that's a different story.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you.
Yeah.
Okay. That was Rocky Erickson.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
sorry.
Rocky.
Anyway, so let's get back to what's going on there. You guys got together 2018. You said you spent 8 months.
About that,
sort of
give or take. Yeah.
hammering out the songs, putting them on the anvil, getting them the way you want them.
Right.
And is there a main songwriter? Is that pretty much a group effort?
We like to kind of like jam our songs into reality, and then whoever feels like lyrics writing usually kind of takes it from there. We kind of get some structure in there, but we all jam really well together. So it's like pretty easy, pretty built into our workflow to just like start riffing on ideas and see what happens.
So, but it usually starts off musically, not lyrically as an idea. Nice.
Right.
Okay. A million ways to write a song. None of them are right or wrong.
Totally.
Exactly.
You know, just curious about your process. And you guys took all these songs into Bird Cloud Studio up in Edwardsville?
Sure did.
When did you head up there?
Oh man,
I don't know when we
even
started.
remember. It wasn't long after we had actually started playing out. I think it was maybe 6 months later we started recording them. It took us about 3 weeks.
You know, no, it was even earlier than that. Like I think that we started recording like late winter, early spring.
That might be right.
And then it just kind of took a while. Well, because the only reason why I remember is because it was when I got my second surgery. I still, fun fact, when we recorded our album, I was in a soft cast. So I've had a ganglion cyst, which is like not that extreme, but it has been like on the top of my wrist. So I had to get that removed.
Wow. So did you have them set the cast at like a nice octave stretch?
No, since it was soft, it was like no big deal. It's like it didn't really, I couldn't bend my wrist a whole lot, but playing keyboards was no problem at all.
Hey, I wasn't sure where it was going to go when she said I had my second surgery. Fun fact. I don't know about it anymore right now, but okay.
True.
So
it was like
go.
pretty mundane though, as far as like surprise surgeries go.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it could be. So you were in a cast when you went up and recorded the album. Nice.
Yeah.
So now, what was your process in the studio? Was it, since you say you're more of a jam band, was it a situation where you recorded live? Or did you kind of closet the project?
Well, no, we didn't record live mainly because we wanted it to be like super polished. Because we like to describe ourselves as a pop band, so we wanted it to kind of have that like glossy pop feel, you know. So we did do it multi-track style, where we did everything separately and like really hammered out the parts to where they were perfect, you know.
Right.
So
our keyboard guitar guy though, Jonathan, he is really like improvisational in his style, like in just his whole approach to music. He's really like, he's a classically trained, like went to school for piano performance. Like he's just really good, and because of that, he likes to kind of keep things really fluid. So it was really cool to like watch him in the studio refining, you know, and like. That was pretty cool.
And nail down a part instead of just flow with it.
Exactly.
So much, yeah.
But he came up with some really beautiful parts. There's the song Hardly Distorted. At the end of that, there's this part where the song just opens up and he has this whole just sweeping piano solo, and it's really cool.
Nice.
So that was cool to see in real time.
yeah.
So now you say you're a pop band. But now you got punk roots too, because you and your brother were in a punk band together too, right?
Yeah, Dino Fight. Yeah.
And how long ago was that going on?
Dino Fight. I think we stopped playing songs in 2017, 2018,
So it was
somewhere around there.
Right when this band was starting.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to make a break. Dino Fight was around for about 10 years. So I kind of wanted to make a clean break and then see what else I could do, since I had been doing it for so long. And Cody felt the same way for the most part. So it was like a way for us to take a step back and then decide again what kind of music we wanted to make, as opposed to just making kind of what we had been doing.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people start with punk. It's so much fun. When you're young, that anger and aggression seems to...
All that energy,
Yeah, all that energy. 3 chords and the truth's all you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Totally.
You know, a lot of people start there that we interview and end up moving on. But do you still hold some of that in your roots with your pop music still?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
I think you can definitely hear it come through with just how kind of energetic everything is, you know? And I think even with my parts in the bass, you can hear the punk roots come through.
Yeah.
So.
Right on. So now you took your 5 songs up to Bird Cloud. You said it only took 3 weeks to record. Is that right? 3-4 weeks? Is that
Something
what you
like that.
Yeah.
I think we recorded like 2 days and then took a week and then finished it.
Went back.
Yeah.
How was the experience up there?
It was great.
Ryan
we love Ryan.
is amazing. He is such a good producer and engineer. He knows exactly what to say to you to make you feel comfortable to get the right take, you know? So it's like you never really feel like you're in that rabbit hole of like, can I do this? He's like, you can do this, and you're like, I can do this, and then you do it.
You can do this, and you can do it a little better this time.
And you believe him when he says that to you.
No,
and you don't feel like I feel like I've worked with producers and stuff where they can get frustrated or whatever, and that's not a good environment to work in. And like you just don't feel that with Ryan. You know, you're just. You go there, you do the work, and he's really good at making you be the best possible musician you can be.
He was also really good at like following some of our ideas. Like I kind of had a couple ideas later in the recording process that I was like, oh, we got to do this. Like it's just too cool. I need to try this. I need you to just follow me on this. And he took some of that stuff and ran with it. And you can tell in the mixing that like it just sat, you know, like it just all clicked together.
So I've never met Ryan, but I'm just going to ask a random question. Is he Australian?
He is not.
No.
Okay, you said he can talk you into anything or make you believe in anything. that Australian accent always makes me feel, they always end on an up note. Like, I would want an Australian doctor. I was gonna get bad news, but, sorry, you've got cancer. It almost sounds okay when they go up at the end. I don't know. I don't
Right on.
Yeah, whatever you need.
What are we doing here again?
I'm not sure.
I'm sorry. All right, so we were talking with Bounce House about their experience at Bird Cloud, and I lost track. You guys are going to be playing Happy Trails. That's what we brought here to talk about. Not your first time in Alton, though.
It is not.
Not even your first time at Mineral Springs Mall, which is where Happy Trails will be held.
Yeah.
You guys played a Harry Potter show there?
We played a Harry Potter themed adult prom that our friend Heather put together last year. Mm-hmm. It was around the holidays, right? Or like early January, something.
I think it was in January.
So it'll be like 1 year properly since we've been to Mineral Springs.
You guys played this, didn't you?
Guilty.
So that the actual Happy Trails is January 24th and 25th. Mm-hmm. And which day are you guys playing?
I believe we're playing on the 25th at 11:30.
25th. So you're playing on Saturday the 25th, almost a year to the day from the Harry Potter. It's going to get weird up there.
Yeah.
That place is
magic
haunted as could be.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
I felt that when I was in there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely haunted.
It is a very haunted mall. How many ghosts do we've even heard
We
about?
have discovered many ghosts along the way. Well, other people have, and they told us about it. I mean, we discovered through them ghosts.
Yeah.
There was one that we heard about that'll follow you home. He likes to follow girls home.
Ooh,
That's a mineral
freaky.
Yeah, there used to be a bar there. He was one of the drunks that hung out there or something. I don't know. Sounds like a nice guy to me.
Nice. He did it his whole life.
Anyway, so you guys will be back there on January 25th as your second show here in Alton. But you said you played somewhere else in Illinois. You played this side of the river also. Where was that at?
We actually played in Champaign, which is quite a bit further away.
That's not that's a skip up the road. What brought you up to Champaign?
We were on our first tour, second tour.
I think it was the second tour.
Yeah. Well, we were on tour, so we that was our first stop on tour, and then we had a really nice show there, and then
Yeah, we have some friends in town, so it's always nice to like see them and get an excuse to hang out with people that we
and
don't
have a
see
place
very
to
often.
stay when you're on tour that doesn't cost $150, but not.
Right.
How
Well,
far-
that's the goal on tour is you want to crash anywhere that's free.
Right.
Yeah.
So how far away did you get from home on tour?
Oh,
It's hard to say what
I think Detroit.
actually is furthest, but we
Yeah.
went all the way up to Detroit, and then we also went over to Cincinnati. So they're probably geographically about the same distance, but
That's the good thing about being based in St. Louis, though. You can tour literally so many places and have a 4 or 5 hour drive between each city.
So it's not that far to Memphis. It's not that far to Kansas City or
Nashville,
Chicago, Nashville,
Detroit,
Kentucky, which is right across from Cincinnati. I don't know.
is this a place we should look into?
I
We did
know.
play Lexington the last time we went to. We went on tour. We went on 2 tours this year. They're pretty much the same kind of little loop,
Right.
for both of them, just to kind of I don't know, have people remember you.
Right,
Sound is
right.
kind of nice. But
Excellent.
yeah, the second one,
Do you set up your own tours?
yeah,
Yeah, we do.
Nice. So no management on it. You did
yeah,
it all.
no management.
Nice.
It's all me.
Yeah, exclusively
You know what?
her.
Good for
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
thank
for
you.
Good job.
Thank you.
That's a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
is a
not
lot
an
of
easy
work.
thing to do.
Yeah.
And especially, she's pretty much cold calling people, and
Nice.
it's really awesome to get a positive response when you're literally cold calling people and people are like,
Yeah.
oh hell yeah, we want to have a show with you,
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
That makes you feel
is.
it makes you feel like you're doing something right,
Yeah, and it's
So-
really cool. Like some of the shows that we've played on tour, like just have that vibe. Like this is exactly where we're supposed to be. Like all these people, all these bands that sound like perfectly different but stylistically similar. Just I don't know. It's been really awesome. Grand Rapids Kalamazoo has probably been the nicest to us.
Should we ask them if they're in the Illuminati? 'Cause it really sounds
it's
familiar.
kinda seeming like
it's
it,
like
yeah.
there's familiar things happening. Yeah.
There's an awful
See,
lot
they're
of
getting
things
real
lining
quiet
up
and
in
nervous
here.
now.
What do you
It's
know
not just
about,
my hard work. Dang.
What do you know about the number 33? All right.
we're actually playing on the 24th.
Oh.
So
Hey.
we're not playing on the 25th.
Hey.
Wait, there you go.
Nice.
Friday
Update.
the 24th. So I'm
Yeah.
glad
Breaking
you did
news.
for the
Thank
correction.
you. Yes.
At 11:30, that was right.
24th.
11:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Bounce house. And now, do you let people bounce on you? This seems like a softball question. Like you probably get asked this all the time, right?
No, most people ask us if we have a bounce house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have a bounce
Or
house.
if we can provide a
or
bounce
we can
house.
provide a yeah.
That
So
seems
we
way
actually-
too straight of a question for me.
Yeah, we actually
Fair.
get a lot of people that message our Facebook page asking us how much it costs to rent a bounce house, and it's kind of a running joke. But
Yeah.
If I was you,
Yeah.
just a suggestion. If that many people are really contacting you, buy a bounce house. Start renting this sucker
we're
out.
We
we're
have
working on
talked
that.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We would love to do a bounce house like in a music video or do like a block party somewhere. Like we live right next to Benton Park, so
There you
we always
go.
think about setting up a bounce house in Benton Park and just like having a big party.
How can we incorporate a bounce house
Yeah.
into bounce house? These are things we're constantly thinking about. We actually got approached by the world's largest bounce house that tours across America to play an event.
There.
Nice.
But
There you
I think
go.
we missed it by a day.
Did we?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought you contacted them. I
No,
didn't know
they
that
definitely
contacted us.
definitely reached out to us first because we had always joked about it, and then somebody tagged us like all over their. Whenever you see an ad about it, somebody would tag us, and they eventually just asked us if we were interested in doing something.
Nice.
Is
So
there
if
like
you
a,
see that bounce house page, tag us again.
is there like a bounce house festival scene that I don't know about? Like where everyone
No, I
goes
think
and sets
there's
up bounce
just, there's
houses
just
and
the
then you
world's
guys show up.
largest bounce house that's been
that's-
touring around in the past couple of years.
Oh, okay.
Which looks cool as hell. I mean, it really does. It's like
enormous.
acres
trying to
of
figure
bounce
out
house and obstacles.
How
and
you
stuff
could
like
put that on stage with you guys.
Well, they,
Like
now here's-
inflatables all around that you
that's-
bounce off of, I guess.
that's what I was gonna say. They sell those like small bounce houses for little children. You play a big enough place, you could have one or two on stage with you. You know?
Yeah.
That's not a
Made
bad
for little
idea.
bitty kids, you know, and those are actually almost affordable.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the adult size ones aren't.
Yeah.
Not to me. So there you go.
You can actually buy one for like $500.
You can buy them cheaper than that. Go on
Yeah.
Craigslist, man.
And Facebook Marketplace is cheap.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Seriously. So if people want to, other than coming down to the Mineral Springs Mall on January 24th and seeing you play at the festival, Happy Trails Festival, a lot of great bands going to be there. You're one of them. How else can they find your music or find out about you?
We are on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Now I made us a Twitter for fun.
You're
Mostly
a hard-working
memes.
girl.
And we also, our music is streaming on Spotify and iTunes, Apple Music, Bandcamp,
All those places.
all the other ones.
YouTube.
Amazon, I think.
You got stuff up on YouTube.
We do.
so-
We made one music video this year, so that's also on YouTube. We made a video for the song On and On. It's pretty cool.
So now I'm just going to throw this out. If people are searching you, though, they probably want to put Bounce House Band in.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're going to have to sift through a lot of people on Bounce Houses falling on their heads, like on YouTube.
Right,
yeah,
right.
that's our Instagram handle is Bounce House Band.
Bounce House Band.
And bouncehouseband.bandcamp.com. You can listen to the
Go
record
on
there.
YouTube, Bounce House Band, Spotify, all that. I bet
Oh,
they'll
yeah?
be able to find you good. And you got a new single coming out down the road here.
Yeah, we've been working on this single called Friday Night. I'm so excited about it.
You need to get it ready for the January 24th Friday night. What are you people doing here? You should be practicing somewhere now.
We are going to play that song that night.
We are.
Which is awesome that we're playing on Friday instead of Saturday.
Yeah.
We're
It
gonna
wouldn't
play that
make
song
any
that
sense
night.
on Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
I'd have to skip it.
We'd have to pretend. We'd have to pretend.
Yeah, we just have to pretend.
So how did
It is-
you decide on the name Bounce House?
Ooh,
We need the story.
I just came up with it.
Yeah.
We were like toying around with a couple different band names. One of them was Dr. Cockroach, which I
Okay.
still think
I
is
like
pretty
that one.
cool.
I like that one a lot. Yeah.
But it didn't like fit the sound. Like it just didn't feel right with like the songs that we had written. So we wanted something a little more fun and a little less weird,
What's weird about Dr. Cockroach? I'm just asking. Like, I go to Dr. Cockroach. He's my physician. There's something weird about him. You should tell me.
No, he's fine.
I don't know. When I hear Dr. Cockroach, I hear kind of a.
You think of a soft drink that's kind of got cockroaches in it.
Oh.
Well, yes. That's the
That's
place.
pretty good.
That's
I just
good.
picture a giant roach in
In
a
a
doctor's
white lab
suit
coat,
with
yeah.
like
Right.
the reflective thing, like the circle headband
yeah.
thing.
But like I
Maybe a
feel like
stethoscope.
Yeah.
I feel like the Dr. Cockroach band would be almost like a Talking Heads like tribute thing.
Ah.
It would be very Talking Heads like, and I think that Bounce House
A little more
has
deconstructed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Bounce House has that Talking Heads influence, but isn't Dr. Cockroach level
Yeah.
Talking Heads.
See,
So.
somehow he thinks Talking Heads, and I think Mexican American. I think Cheech and Chong for Dr. Cockroach. But
Right on.
everybody's brain gets the
Yeah.
thing they want.
Yeah, totally.
I also thought of a soda
Yeah.
with cockroaches in it.
Yeah.
So there you go. I don't know what to say about my brain. I apologize to anyone and everyone who had to think about that. All right, well, hey, so everybody can get down to Mineral Springs Mall Friday, January 24th.
Friday.
And see you guys. You guys will be headlining. You'll
Right
be
on.
the headlining band, I do believe, on that show. So we're
Yeah.
excited to have you guys come into town for the second time. That's a deuce. A big deuce for the Bounce House. No, I don't know. And everybody, are you going to have your starter home CDs available there for people to buy?
Yeah, we sure will.
Excellent. So people can come down and check out the show.
Oh, yeah.
Buy the music while you're there. And in the meantime, if they want to check out all the social media outlets, look at
We
that.
have
You
all
got
kinds of
very
other merch
good-
Oh,
too.
stuff.
I brought y'all some
Now,
koozies.
somehow Bounce House sounds fun, but the picture's a little scary.
Yeah, I said it's a scary picture there.
Watch out.
If I saw that thing in a bounce house,
Yeah.
See, I knew it was Illuminati.
The first time that we printed those koozies was around Halloween last year. And last year for Halloween, we threw this big Halloween party at Heavy Anchor, and we all dressed up like the devil.
See?
So it was like kind of thematic for the night, and I just love that design. So
Yeah, crazy looking, huh?
Oh, man, your colors are way cooler. Huggy.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear this. I want to tell you where. I'm going to wear this. Nothing about this to the next party. All
Oh.
right. Anyway.
right on.
That's right. Hey, thanks so much for driving over and hanging out with us on
Thanks
this
for having
nice
us.
evening.
Right on, yeah.
And thanks for the CD. Thanks for the koozies. And we look forward to seeing you. We'll be down there at Mineral Springs Mall to see you here in just a couple weeks at the Happy Trail Show.
Right on.
Yeah. Happy trails.
Happy trails to you. All right.
You're listening to Riverbend Talent, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company and by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance.
We'll be back. Or will we? I don't know.
That's why I didn't put that part in there.
I'll chop it out. Everybody go support local music and art. Goodbye. All right. All right. That was Bounce House.
Wow.
Yeah. That was the Bounce House interview. What we recorded that last week before, and they are playing, as we said, January 24th, headlining the Happy Trails Festival. Lots of good bands going to be at that Happy Trails Festival too.
You got the list?
I do have the list.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Well, I'm pulling it up on my phone. Give me just a second, because
I know next week we're going to have Marshall and Grassi on.
Marshall and Austin Thaddeus Bourbon.
Marshall's the promoter of Happy Trails.
Yeah.
Gathering, right?
And then Marshall and Austin are in a band called Grand House that are going to kick the whole festival off. Grand House is going to play Friday starting at 4:20.
Right.
Good start time.
And the
So,
Swag is the headliner.
The headliner for the Saturday night. So the rundown for Friday night goes like this: Grand House, Aid the Beast, Raw Earth, Bongo Jack, Ian Whitmore, Grass and Stone, Anna Shonoff, Tree 14, and then Bounce House, who we just heard will be finishing off. And that goes from 4:20 till midnight. And then on Saturday, it's going to start at 1:20 and go till midnight. And it starts off with Darian Rowe.
120 is 420 somewhere.
It is. Darian Rowe, and then Elise, and then Accidentally on Purpose, followed by Cricket and the Grilled Avocados, the Dead Roses, the Buzz Tones, Justice and the Experience, Hooky, Sinus Sopro, Hayes Bond, Spilly Nelson, and then the Swag. So there you
got
go.
a comment on the Cottonmouth.org YouTube channel and the Hayes Bond video from Framley Fest, and the comment was, looking forward to seeing you guys at Happy Trails. So,
Nice. So Hayes
Yeah,
Bond,
so-
Hayes Bond will be at Happy Trails. Also, Hayes Bond's coming back to Framley Fest.
yep.
I already talked to him. So there we go, man. Those guys are great. And we were just talking about off air a minute ago, talking about the band The Wild and the Free and how good their videos were. Hayes Bond,
Oh, yeah.
man, that video those guys put out amazing, right up, very professional level video. So
Yeah.
fine job, fellas.
So
All
there
right,
you
so
go.
let's
Happy Trails Music Festival's January 24th and 25th, right?
at the Mineral Springs Mall. There you go. And I believe the
I think you
proceeds.
said that, but I wanted to make sure.
I believe the proceeds once again will benefit the Women's Oasis Center right down the road here from us, just a block down the road. So
Yeah.
thanks to Marshall for all the work he does to put that together, man. It's hard to put a festival like that together.
There's going to be a Mardi Gras parade as we deliver the money down to the. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Fake news. But that'd be all right.
Fake Why
Why
not?
not?
That would be nice.
Close enough, right?
Nice. I tell you what is going to be happening January 12th. That's this Sunday. Social Remedy, 2 p.m., and Anthony Nanny, 7 p.m. That's at Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
The Monden Band, John Monden, and Paul Graves, and Mr. Jay Christopher.
Yeah.
They will be, where, Sunday nights at 10 p.m.
Every Sunday, you can check the Mondine Band out. 10 p.m.
John
Mike's
Monden.
Mike's 10 p.m.
We need to get them guys back.
I've called him the past 2 days, and I haven't got through to him.
Okay. He's a tough guy.
Well, I'm trying to get my guitar set up.
Well,
So, open mic night, Sunday and Wednesday every Sunday and Wednesday at the
Stagger,
Stagger. And again,
yeah.
if you want to get up there and play, just walk in with your guitar or whatever it is you're going to play, find Butch and have him put you on the list.
I'm taking my trombone.
That trombone bashy.
Mm-hmm. Riding Shotgun, 3 p.m. at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. And then Scott and Carl up at Grafton Winery from 2 to 6 on Sunday. And the Grand Band, 2 p.m. at the Hidden Lake Winery in Aviston.
Wow, they're a traveling band, man.
Yeah.
Look out.
Well, you know what? It pays to keep your website updated, because once I get your link on cottonmouth.org, I just update it every week. And therefore, you stay in the rotation to be on the radio so we can announce your gigs.
Yeah, so update them websites.
I do that all because I'm lazy. And I appreciate the bands who are putting in that effort, because, man, it takes time.
It does take time, and it is worth the time, because if you're playing and nobody knows where you're playing,
Yeah.
doesn't help too much. So
And most of these guys, have day jobs, and families.
absolutely.
So to find time to update the website amongst all that.
Amongst all the other great things.
Tough
So
gig.
Monday nights, though, every Monday night, as the open mic night at the Bottle and Barrel, and that is hosted by the Extraordinary Blues Band.
That's right. That's a good time for all.
I have been noticing a few posts about that,
Oh, yeah.
and some really nice musicians showing up
Oh, yeah.
to fill that out. So
From what I'm looking at, it's pretty much the musicians club hanging out down there.
it seems like it is a lot of the people from the Musicians
guys-
Club. Pretty cool.
And for our listeners, like, what's that? Well, we used to have this little club down on Broadway as a private club that the musicians would go to and just kind of kick it.
Yeah.
Do little open jams and didn't have to worry about performing to an audience. We were just working on things as musicians. So
Just
kind of cool.
having a good time playing with, jamming with each other and having a good time. So there you go. Open mic night at Bottle and Barrel every Monday, turning
Also-
into quite an event down there.
Also on Monday, Trent and Nanny, 6 p.m. at Fast Eddie. So,
Awesome, Trent and Nanny.
of course, if you want to keep up with everything, cottonmouth.org, the website we put everything on just to make it easy. The video for the show, all that stuff will be right there at cottonmouth.org.
In addition to the videos and all of the gigs that we have listed are right there. So if when you're cruising around this weekend and you're going, man, they were saying somebody's playing in Edwardsville, and we're in Edwardsville. Who was it? Just go get on your phone, go to cottonmouth.org.
Yeah.
All the gigs are listed right there on the very front page.
See,
Makes it easy.
I don't carry a phone, but
Right.
from what I understand, it's much like a browser, right? You can make that your favorite or bookmark
Absolutely.
cottonmouth.org, and then when you're out and you can't find the website or think of it, because you're having too much fun.
It's bookmarked.
Right.
There you
So
go.
that's just a friendly suggestion. And then that way you're up in Grafton. You're like, what else is going on in Grafton? Well, it's right there. Everything right in order. I try to keep the towns kind of lined up, although sometimes we get to rush to get things on air. And
Yeah.
I just kind of throw some things in there anywhere. But
Yeah.
and hey, send me an email if I mess something up, because I can use help. That's for sure. And we've been getting quite a few comments and different things, so we appreciate the input anybody can give us. You can do all that right there at cottonmouth.org, or some live videos from a lot of festivals that we cover. So
Nice. Very nice. So,
yeah.
we appreciate you listening. We appreciate you checking out those videos and all the content there on the website. We appreciate Matt Van Voorhis from Macias Insurance for supporting us and being our sponsor, and also Halpin Music Company, who's getting ready to start my favorite program they do, the Kids Rock program.
Yeah, you got till the 18th to sign up. They got an opening on Saturday, one at least, and I think some Tuesday and Thursday slots still available. But it's getting tight, and it's almost time, January 18th. So
There you go, man. Get your kids signed up.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for helping supporting us. Next week, two gentlemen,
yes,
Mr. Marshall Ingracia and Mr. Austin Thaddeus Bourbon. Sounds like he should be an author.
that's got to be made up.
That's what I said.
I'm thinking.
I think so.
All right.
So,
We'll
all
find
right.
out. We'll get down to the brass tacks. How much for the monkey?
Right. How much for the ape? All right.
All right. So we're out of here for now. We're almost on time, so let's do it.
In the meantime, everybody get out and support local music and art.
We'll talk to you next week.